guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing the Finally Fall book tag. This is a tag that was created by Alina over at Tall Tales, and I will leave the original video down below. I saw Robin from Driftless Reader do this tag a couple of days ago, so I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and film it for myself. So there are 11 questions. Let's jump into the first question. Question number 1 is: in fall or autumn, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So for this one, I'm going to go with The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This has got such an evocative setting to it. The descriptions of the circus itself are really beautiful, and they just make you feel like you're there, that you can really clearly imagine what this circus is like, from, you know, the sights of the circus to what the food might taste like. The descriptions are so beautiful in here, but also the inside of the circus tents as well. There are lots of different kinds of circus tents, and every time she takes you into one of them, you really do feel like you can imagine what's inside, and it's so beautifully imagined. It's just so creative. Yeah, so that's my one for that. Question number 2 is: nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So for this one, I'm going to go with Purple Hibiscus, and this is by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This is really beautifully written. I love Adichie's writing, but it does deal with some pretty heavy topics. So there is abuse in here. There is the backdrop of sort of like a coup, I think, in Nigeria, and there's lots of references and discussion of religion in here, and it is, yeah, pretty heavy in terms of those themes and topics, but it is really beautifully written, and like I said, I love Adichie's writing. Question number 3 is: fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And for this one, I'm going to talk about In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. I've mentioned this book quite a few times on my channel before, but I absolutely love it. This taught me lots about life in North Korea, basically. You know, we don't often get to see insights into what life is like there, because they're so shut off from the Western world and the media and you know, the rest of the world in general. Yeah, so it was a great insight into that, but also about sort of like child trafficking, is that or sex trafficking or whatever. It was just, yeah, a great read. Learnt a lot from it, and I would definitely recommend it. Question number 4 is: in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family or household or friendship group that you'd like to be a part of. And for this one, I've chosen the friendship group in The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. And the main character in this, Lucy, she starts working at a summer camp for troubled teens when her mum's cancer comes back at the beginning of the summer. And she doesn't think that she's going to fit in very well in this camp, and she's really worried about going to work there, that it's not really going to be for her. And then she starts making these friends with other counsellors in the camp, and they turn out to be a lovely group of friends. They're really supportive, exactly what she needed at this moment in time. And it's just great to have friends like that. So yeah, these are definitely a group of friends that I want to be a part of. Question number 5 is: the colourful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall coloured spines. So I have got here, just lift this up, these lovely bunch of fall coloured spines. So the books that I have got are Ali Smith's Autumn. I've got The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. The Accidental Apprentice, and this is by Vikas Schwarp. The 100-Foot Journey by Richard C. Moraes. Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Grolden. An Untamed State by Roxane Gay. The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey, and Tin Man by Sarah Winman. Question number 6 is, fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. And for this one, I'm going to go with Private Peaceful by Michael Morpurgo. This is a story all about the Peaceful family and the outbreak of the First World War. And it's told in such a way that you don't know, first of all, who the narrator is, and then you kind of learn that as you go through the story. This is such a lovely story, but also a really heartbreaking story as well, and a really important one. It is a children's book, but I think it's definitely a children's book that everybody should read. I've read it several times and taught it several times as well, and it's just brilliant. Question number 7 is, the nights are getting darker, share a dark, creepy read. And for this one, I'm going to go with The Book of You by Claire Kendall. I've mentioned this book on my channel before when I did my thriller recommendations video. I'll link that for you if you haven't watched it yet. This is a thriller that follows a character called Clarissa and one of her colleagues called Rafe. And at the beginning of the book, it's pretty clear that she finds Rafe really creepy. He's been following her a lot. He's been acting really sort of strange and inappropriately. And at the beginning of the story, she is given a bit of a reprieve from work and she goes on jury service, and she thinks that it's going to be the perfect opportunity for her to have a break from Rafe and just kind of shut that part of her life out and kind of reevaluate and things. And then the story goes from there. This is really dark, really twisted. If you like those kind of thrillers, then you will love this. Question number 8 is, the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. And for this one, I have chosen Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This is a great book. You could definitely read this in one day, so perfect for a rainy day, definitely. This tells the story of August, or Augie, and he has a facial disfigurement. And before the book starts, he has been homeschooled by his parents, but at the beginning of the book, his parents decide that they want to send him to school. And so they enroll him in this local school, and it's about kind of him on this journey of, you know, trying to fit in and finding his place in the world and that sort of thing. And it is just a lovely, heartwarming story. You'll race through it. You will find it such a lovely tale. And what's great is that the film is soon to come out, so you can go and watch that as well. Question number 9 is, fall returns every year. Name an old favourite that you'd like to return to soon. And I chose The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. This is definitely one that I've wanted to reread for a while. I think I read it about 10 years ago now, and some parts of it are a little bit hazy. So when I see people talking about it on BookTube and kind of saying that they've read it for the first time and loved it, like Lisa from Books and Smiles read it recently for the first time and loved it, it just reminds me how much of a great read it is, and I just want to go back and reread it and then watch the film as well. So hopefully I'll get around to that soon. Question number 10 is, fall is the perfect time for cosy reading nights. Share your favourite cosy reading accessories. And I would say the accessories that make a great cosy sort of reading experience are definitely a cup of tea. So yeah, a cup of tea to kind of drink and warm myself up. I've got a lovely candle that's black cherry in my library, and it, you know, I put it on and that makes me feel really cosy. And then some sort of a nice blanket. I haven't bought one for in the reading room yet, but I really want to get a nice blanket so that, you know, you can cover yourself over and feel nice and some warm and cosy. And then finally, question number 11 is, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. I've seen a few people do this tag, but I'm not really sure who else has done it. So if you're watching and you haven't done it and you want to, I tag you. If you haven't got a channel, leave me some of your answers in the comments below. I love having a chat with you guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.